Hey, welcome to Working Group Apply. We are February 3rd, 2020. Let's do this. So I've already cleaned up, as I said multiple times already. I've already cleaned up this project board.
I did some more cleaning up a few minutes ago as well.
Good.
With the tasks here, put them all in one.
I see we don't have a lot of things that needs attention, so that's good. Add a cap for introducing declarative field manager. How long has this been alive?
Probably a year, maybe more. A year. That's really sad.
Almost.
Close to a year. Almost a year.
We should mark it and throw a party for the anniversary.
Yeah. Yeah, you last responded to.
Oh yeah, Jordan was disagreeing. I think he's not seeing this. He's not seeing it from the same perspective that we do.
Yeah, and he probably didn't have time yet to respond to you, or you discuss it offline. I don't know, but
yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay, so I don't know what you think about that. Also, we maybe don't need Jordan to approve.
Yeah.
But okay, anyways, let's we're not gonna fix it today. Skip photo schema. Oh yeah, Jenny has a PR for that, and we should probably update with the PR number. Let me look it up for you. I'll paste in the Slack. 87872. Yeah. I think I've started looking at it. Oh, I started looking.
It's here. Are we able to drag and drop is working great?
Oh yeah.
Is it only this or?
It's only these. Maybe you can remove the task. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so Jenny has started. I looked at it. I don't know if we completely agree with everything yet, so I don't think this is going to be in 118. Maybe we said maybe it'd be nice to have it in 118. So I think, Jenny, we should probably focus on some of that before
code freezes this week.
Okay. We should maybe. What do you think, Kevin, that we move the declarative field manager to something else, to some other place? Because as much as
it's always here.
As much as it's not really pending approval, or at least it doesn't need attention right now.
Yeah, I'm happy to put it somewhere else, but I don't know where. We have a waiting column.
Either to do or in progress, but I'd said to do because nobody's actually working on it. I know it sucks. I don't want it, but
yeah, just put it down here. No, further. I think so. I had thought while I changed those things that so far the spreadsheet still worked best, I think, which is a little sad.
The spreadsheet we had like a year ago?
Yeah, the old spreadsheet. It worked pretty good.
Yeah, we can go back to it. Spreadsheets for the win. It's not the end of the world. Okay, let's keep going. Topology. So I talked to Maria. She's super busy with some internal company stuff, so she doesn't have a lot of time to do that. I'd love to make progress on that, but we don't have anyone to actually work on this either. So I was trying to clean up some of the tasks and look at what's needed, and I think we're gonna have to work on some documentation anyway, which are part of this. But let's certainly do that after code freeze.
I added this one because it
Yeah,
wasn't
thank
in
you.
yet. And I had to smile when I got the email with the title itself.
Yeah,
I
right.
think pull request title is cool.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think. Oh, Jenny said something nice. She has made something very close to that recently for a different feature. So maybe we should move the code that some of the, oh yeah, and I didn't get this comment because it's pretty much saying that next time it's not gonna call the function. I'm like, that's the entire point. Yeah, so we should probably take some of this code, move it to utils. Jenny had good ideas, I had good ideas, so we could merge these good ideas into one utility function. Did it fail?
I don't know if we need to worry about merging these. I think Han was telling me that this is SIG instrumentation or something.
What is?
This util function, like, we don't need to worry about it. I mean, we have to implement it for apply, but we don't need to make it consumable by other.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. We could, we don't have to, I agree. Let's not, yeah, we have probably better things to do than that. So anyways, I think this we should merge somehow before. You can move it to pending approval. Server-side apply takes ownership of fields that don't get set due to status wiping. Who's doing that? What's going on with
I don't know. I worked on it on the weekend, and yesterday or today pushed the changes responding to your comments.
Yeah, I was going to look at it right now.
Yeah, so the big blocker now should be the pruning stuff, which I'm still not convinced. What we discussed, that removing all fields from a set and all non-map item and lists, is still better than having the two removes, because.
Yeah, so we talked with Jenny, and Jenny was supposed to look at it. I don't know if she has had the time to do it, but basically we thought that maybe we have to go back to what we had before and like have a recursive, non-recursive. Maybe we could make a, yeah, we probably should do that.
Yeah.
From the typed package interface, we should probably have remove items and remove. One removing only the items and one removing everything.
Remove items would mean to only remove I agree.
So remove items wouldn't change compared to now. Remove, we don't remove anything. And so prune wouldn't have to change at all. And I think we would be happy with that. So it's, yeah, I'm sorry, because clearly I told you we shouldn't do that. I'm happy to be wrong.
Yeah, at least we added tests during the process. So.
Yes, and we definitely needed tests. And we should probably add tests for pruning too, because I don't think we have enough of these.
Yeah, I looked at a few that are in the Kubernetes repo, but it wasn't easy to bring them over, so I didn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they are enough in there or if there should be more in S&D, but
yeah,
it seems we have some because some failed.
I want to have as few tests as possible in Kubernetes and as many as we can in SMB. because they run much faster, they're much less flaky, they're better.
Yeah, and it's hard to test stuff because you first have to integrate it. And
Yeah,
that's
also.
annoying.
So, okay, let's move on. I think you know what to do exactly, Kevin, now.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Status code. I remember.
Yeah, I think same as last week.
I know Daniel looked at it the other day.
Oh, right. Yeah, yes, right. I remember an email about that. Go down, please.
But I wasn't sure I understood what he wanted to say.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask as well, because renaming it.
I think I wanted to talk to him in person about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about the name, Operation Success Type. I don't know if it's an actual
Me neither. That's, I tried to choose a name that matched and was understandable, but I have no opinion on it.
Effect is weird too. I don't know if it's an effect. I'll try to talk to him in person. It's hard these days because there is performance review at Google right now.
Yeah, I heard from Federico.
So everyone is super busy working on this. Plus the virus, so people are like not as available as usual, I would say.
I'm still surprised KubeCon is not like moved or
yeah,
yet.
I'm expecting it to happen any minute. But that's my bet. If you want to bet, I think it's going to be postponed.
Yeah, we'll see.
But anyways, okay, I'll try to talk to him about this probably next week. It would have been something. Would we have been able to do that this cycle, this release? Kevin, what do you think? No way.
The issue came up too short notice, so we could have done it, but as we first had the cap and the responses were sometimes slow, I didn't expect it to happen. I would have wanted to, but
yeah, that's a month and a half ago that you opened these. So.
And there is no implementation work at all so far, just discussion. So
yeah.
But we could do it 19, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something we probably should talk about. So let's do a planning about 119 the next meeting.
Yeah.
Does this issue relate to the thing we were talking about yesterday, Antoine, the applied making no changes, still being committed to etcd?
It's orthogonal, as in this would be a good way to test if we are actually writing to etcd or not. Because this will let us know, and we need the fix that I'm working on to actually have this working. Right now, we don't even know if apply has changed anything or not.
Right.
And we'll have to document how apply changes the managed fields based on was it applied before or not? Are you changing anything? Are you not changing anything, but it's the first time you apply? We need to document that because we had a couple of disagreements. It's not obvious, and me and Jenny talked about it yesterday. I don't think we disagreed, but there was multiple way of seeing this coming.
Because we just talked about 118, I saw in the add cards thing on the right, there's one bug targeted for 118, and I looked into it, and it was, I think, relatively old. I think Jenny wants. Do you know about that one?
Yeah, I know about that one. Okay, I have a suggestion, and I think we could do it in 118, but it's going to require that we move super fast. It's the comment I made here 5 days ago.
Yeah.
I think it'd be nice if whenever we call some command. Okay, so right now, the only way we can change the field manager is in server-side apply. If you're doing a client-side apply, or if you're doing any other command, patch, edit, create, whatever, you can't set the field manager. We don't have the option.
It's user agent.
It's always going to be inferred by the user agent, by the API server. So it's always going to use kubectl. I think it's not the best, and we could actually address this issue by having kubectl, by sending the field manager, maybe not give the option to customize it, but always send the field manager and use like the name of the command. So kubectl dash something. And for client-side apply, we could send a kubectl dash client-side apply. And at least if you move up to this issue, the problem is that the guy is doing a client-side apply, the manager is kubectl, and then he's doing a server-side apply. The manager is kubectl, and he's like, why do I have a conflict with kubectl? And it's super confusing.
Mm-hmm.
At least if we had set kubectl to kubectl client-side apply, he would be saying, oh, I see that I have a conflict with client-side apply, and that's now very obvious what's going wrong. But in order to do that, we need to change every single kubectl command before 1.18. That's in 2 days.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not gonna happen.
No.
That kind of sucks.
Okay, but let's at least move it on here. I guess
Yeah. Yes.
No, MISC. There's no MISC. Yeah. Okay, yeah. There shouldn't happen. That's cool. Okay. Is it related to the migration path? Because it sounds like mixing client-side and server-side apply, and that should be.
Yes. But even if we do that, we'll still have the case where you do a scale. Scale is not going to work because we have the problem with scale, but assuming that scale would work properly, you would still see a conflict with kubectl when you've done a scale before. Or let's say you do annotate and you change an annotation, you're going to see a conflict with kubectl, which I think is super unclear for anyone, because you should see maybe, hey, you have a conflict with kubectl annotate, and now you know that the field changed because someone annotated it, instead of just being kubectl has a conflict with itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about client-side and server-side apply conflicting. It's about anything kubectl versus server-side apply.
So we would send the field manager, but instead of we wouldn't change this user agent for every command, but we would set the field manager for.
I mean, we would keep the user agent by default, but for kubectl we can set the field manager. So if you have an old version of kubectl, it's gonna set kubectl. That's not the end of the world, but at least if you have a newer version of kubectl, then it's gonna set the proper thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, somebody has to update the milestone because I can't. But
yeah, and we probably need to talk to. I don't think they're gonna have an opinion, but we should talk to 6CLI about it. Let's move on. This is a good thing for 119, to be honest.
Yeah.
119 is probably going to be the version about actually applying. I feel like the version we're doing right now is about tracking managed fields, and the next version is going to be about applying. Like, we don't care so much about the performance of apply right now. We don't care too much about the experience of applying. We care mostly about tracking fields, and next release is going to be about, let's use apply for real.
Actual apply.
And so, yeah, the client go thing, unions and immutability are options now that we track the field everywhere. We couldn't really do it.
The link stuff is all merged or closed. Is it done?
It was mostly done. I don't know if we completely agree with how it should be done, or if we agree with how it's done. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, maybe we could change it and improve it further. Some things are not super clear yet. It's pretty complicated. So it's not done.
Okay.
And it's, to be honest, it's disabled in the repo. There's like a flag to say this is not enabled.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't touch this at all, so it's one of the topics I know nothing about.
Yeah, but we could do the immutable thing in the next release.
Yeah, the cap is merged.
Yeah, immutable is fine. Immutable is fine. Mostly, there is one question we have to ask. Of course.
Okay.
And okay, so let's move on. That'd be nice, but I don't think we can do it.
Yeah, then that's an issue Daniel created.
We should open an issue saying that nobody should open an issue saying should not happen, should not happen.
Yeah, that's subject for memes, I guess.
Yeah.
For sure, to a colleague, he'll judge immediately.
We have a PR for this, right?
For what should not happen?
Yeah, for should not.
No,
happen.
for the
yeah,
logs.
we saw the PR. It's in the pending.
Yeah, but only for the logs and not for actually not happening.
Yeah, we don't
Okay.
know what to do about that.
Okay, yeah, the
Okay,
issues
I have to
addressing.
look at that then.
So, what is happening that shouldn't happening?
So this error initially was created because we assume that the schema, we have our own schema, and we believe that sometime our schema was wrong. And when the schema is wrong, it would completely block the process, which we don't want to happen. So we're like, okay, let's log an error that the schema is wrong so we can fix it. And let's not block the process. So we log an error, but we don't block the process. We just don't do server-side apply things. The problem is that now this happens because the validation in Kubernetes is wrong. Our validation is right, but we can't change the validation in Kubernetes that easily. So yeah, this is weird.
Okay.
We need to somewhat fix the validation in Kubernetes and trust, and I think we can mostly start to trust our validation. The problem is that we can't change the validation, so we need to do some sort of ratcheting. And we need to do some sort of ratcheting to start enabling our validation as the official validation.
I remember seeing a card about ratcheting somewhere here.
Yeah.
I think down here maybe.
I'd be
okay.
You can do that in 119. That's probably a thing for 120, to be honest, because that's going to take a long time. The ratcheting is we should say, have we seen this validation error recently? If yes, then allow the object to pass. If not, then after sometimes we're going to start enabling the validation, the new validation.
So, but for the user, nothing is broken right now because of that.
Well, server-side apply doesn't work if you have such an object.
Okay, yeah.
Server-side apply doesn't work, and tracking fields doesn't work either.